Hello, good morning. So welcome to our second day of our lesson in operating CAD software and computer hardware. So I have given you my last synchronous video about our topic in different kind of 3D models, no, and 2D and 3D models. So let's have a review. Okay. I have here pictures of different CAD models. So let's start with number one. What kind of CAD model is shown in the picture? Okay, if your guess is orthographic projection, that is right. This is an orthographic projection or a presentation of drawing showing the different sides of the isometric drawing. So here it is represented two dimensions. The top and the length or the height or the width is represented in this uh, CAD model. While in number two, what kind of CAD model is this? What type of CAD model? Okay. If your guess is 2D drawing, you are correct. 2D drawing, why this called 2D drawing? When you say 2D drawing, it is a kind of a model that show only two dimensions. It's either height or width or length. Uh, okay, height and width or height or length. No, that is 2D drawing. Okay, so here in this left side, so what type of CAD model is this? Okay, if your guess is 3D software model, you are correct. So what we show here in this model? We show here in this model is the physical surface of a model. As you can see, kung naalala nyo, when you are in your class in Batas, no, we shaded our isometric drawing, showing that the object is a solid form. So in this presentation and this card model, it is showing that the model is a solid form because it shows a surface from top to side, to left to rear, and from different sides of the object. No? It's showing a surface, showing a flat surface. While in the right side, this drawing in here in the right side, what 2D model, what kind of CAD model is shown in this picture? Okay, if your answer is 3D wireframe, you are correct. This is called a 3D wireframe because it's only showing the edge of the drawing. It's a representation of a drawing showing only the edges of it. As you can see, no, see-through siya, no? You can see at the uh, all through at the image, no? All throughout the image. Okay. Now, here our lesson for this day. Our lesson will be focusing only on the software and the hardware. So the big question is, what is a hardware? Okay. Hardware is the physical body of of the computer. So what is the physical body of the computer? Parang geto lang yan mga bata, no? Um, Hardware, ito yung mga bagay na pwede nating mahawakan or yung mga bagay na nakikita natin on the computer. like yung physical body, no? Parang katawan natin. Ito yung physical body natin, the arms, the head, the body, the leg. So in the computer, we have the physical body, like the monitor, the keyboard, the the mouse. So uh, the CPU, that is the hardware of the computer. While the software is the uh, is not the physical part of the computer. Kung saan ito naman yung nilalaman ng computer. What does it mean nilalaman? That we can see inside the computer that helps to run the computer. Okay. Or also, the memory of the computer is also known as the software of the computer. So everything that runs in the computer, application, software, OS, we call them softwares. So this will be our topic for today. So what is the focus of our lesson for today? The hardware is all the physical equipment that makes up the computer system. The software is the set of programs that's related to application associated with computer system. We'll be also talking about the CPU, or the central processing unit. It is the brain of the computer where the most of the computing take place. CAD surface and the hardware computer system can be broken down into basic elements like hardware and software. So this will be our topic for today. Hardware. Hardware is a physical equipment that makes up the computer system. It is divided into a system hardware and peripherals. So the system hardware includes the central processing unit, we also known as the CPU. They called the keyboard, the monitor, and the primary storage memory, also known as RAM, and the secondary storage memory. Peripherals includes disk drives, mouse, digitizers, printers, plotters, etc. System unit. Okay. Pag tayo, no, laging natatanong no, ng teacher, anong tawag dito? We immediately answer CPU. Okay. Because lumaki tayo na ang kala natin ay ang tawag talaga dito is CPU, no? Pero tama rin naman in the point, no? Pero in terminal basis, in technical basis, sorry, not terminal. In technical basis, we call this a system unit. The main part of my computer is sometimes called chassis. Ayan, ito yung chassis. It includes all the following parts. The motherboard, which is found here. Ayan, ito yung nandito. Motherboard, the microprocessor memory, which is under here, with kung saan makikita yung CD drive. Chip, bushes, ports, expansion slot, and card. So everything here, like here, yung CD port niya, no? CD drive niya. Nasa likod ng computer naman yung mga ports, mga bushes niya. And the card also is added if you need another features of your another upgrade of your computer. Okay, it's found inside of this system unit. So, ano yung CPU? Kung hindi yun yung CPU, ano yung CPU? So, the central processing unit, ayan siya po. Makikita nyo po siya into the heart of the system unit. No? And kasama nyo ito yung atom. So, in the brain of the computer, where the most computing takes place. So, this is the brain of the computer. It's also known as the processor. It performs all the instruction and calculation that are needed to manage the flow of information. Ito, siya po yung si brain. Ginawa natin sa computer para bigyan siya ng mga command na i-compute niya. Ah, naalala ko tuloy, no? Bakit ba tinatawag nating computer ang isang computer? That's the question, no? Kasi yung unang maimbento ang computer, ang purpose niya is for computation. Actually, ang unang gumamit nga ng tinatawag na supercomputer ay yung mga bangko. Kasi nung panahon, syempre mahirap magbilang ng manual, lalo na kung tungkol sa malalaking pera na or matataas na amount na pera na ipinag-uusapan. So, ang naging purpose ng unang computer is to compute. Yun yung pinakaunang purpose niya. Secondly, dati nung naisipan ng tao na magpadala ng camera sa outer space para picturean ang itsura ng buwan, pinadala nila ang isang camera sa isang satellite. Ngayon, paano ito pinadadala ng computer ang image pabalik sa Earth? Pinadadala uh, ng satellite yung image by means of binary codes. Yung binary codes, it means every pixel ng bawat image ay pinadadala niya by through binary. So, the computer will compute all the binary codes and compute them, and it turns out an image, no? So nabubuo siya into an image. So that's how the computer is used. That's why you will see in the meaning it is a computing device. That's why it's called computer. Okay. Keyboard. I know everyone has already have known what is a keyboard is, no? Kasi basic part po siya ng computer, no? Lagi siyang kasama. It is the principal device of the communicating with your computer. Why communicating? Kasi lahat ng command, lahat ng inputs na gusto niyo sa computer is we do it into the keyboard. All keyboards have letter keys, punctuation keys, and spacebar, which is similar to the keys on the typewriter. Keyboard also have a function of numeric arrow keys and additional Alt Control and Enter key. Okay. Next is monitors. Monitor have a screen display information. Dito natin nakikita kung ano yung mga information na binubuksan natin or sinesearch natin or pine-play natin na software. So, such as instructional you send to your computer and information and result your computer sent back after interpreting your instruction. For example, no, a MP4 file, no, you just double click it. It means you are commanding the computer to open the file. So the computer will just follow your command and open using the software that is installed in your computer. So a color monitor will not display colorless. There is a video card fit inside your computer. Kung wala raw kayong video card sa loob ng inyong computer, it will shows just a colorless monitor on your screen of your monitor. No? So the video card determines the screen resolution and the number of colors and the monitor can display. For example, no, I'm using a AutoCAD 2019 edition of AutoCAD, no. So kinakailangan ko na mas mataas na video card para dito sa aking laptop. Kasi kung wala akong mas mataas na size ng video card, hindi magpe-play ng maayos or magka-crash lang or maghahang lang lahat ng ginagawa ko sa AutoCAD. No? Siguro pamilyar rin kayo doon sa 'pag naglalaro kayo 'no, ng mga computer, games niyo 'no. Nagha-hang sila 'pag hindi mataas ang, resolution ng video card na nasa loob ng computer na ginagamit niyo. So, hindi siya nagiging maganda. Okay. What is a CRT? So, balikan nga pala natin 'to. So, here meron tayong tatlong, um, monitor na nasa ibaba. The first one is the CRT. Ito yung nakikita natin 'no, yung unang, TV natin, mga unang TV, saka yung mga unang monitor ng computer. I think siguro naman inabot niyo yung box type na, monitor 'no. And then here we have here the LCD and the LED. Okay, we will talk about those difference between them. Let's start with the CRT TV. So the CRT TV, guys, is what we call the cathode ray tube. The cathode ray tube, also known as the CRT, is a vacuum tube that contains one or more electroguns and phosphorescent screen. Ito yung itsura niya. As you can see here, para siyang malaking bumbilya, no? At nandito yung tinatawag na electron guns. Yung electron guns, yun yung nagpo-project ng mga micro laser kung saan lumalabas yung mga pixel ng bawat picture na pinaproject niya dito. So, yun ang bumubuo doon sa image, no? And it is used to display image in a modulate, accelerate, and deflects electron beams into the screen to create images. The big problem of this this type of monitor, because it projecting electron particle or electron beams, nagkakaroon ito ng malakas na radiation. Because of yung iniipon na electricity nito, and then it uses to project images. So, delikado sa atin, no? Kaya ito, sinasabi to ng mga computer teacher na huwag mag-stay masyado na matagal sa monitor ng mga ganitong klaseng monitor, no? Kasi mataas ang radiation niya. So, yung radiation, alam natin na masama sa katawan ng tao yun, yung radiation. Kasi, it kills the good cells and it entertains the cancer cells, no? So, nagkakaroon ng masamang epekto sa katawan ng tao to. So, pinahihina niya yung resistensya ng katawan. Yun nga. Tapos, in-entertain niya yung cancer. So, siguro naman ayaw niyo ng ganun, no? So, kaya nung mauso ang mga LCD and LED, mabilis na wala na agad or na-reject na agad ang mga CRT at napalitan na agad ng LCD and LED. Now, the question is LCD or the LCD and LED are the same? Are they the same or not? Maybe some of you will answer, Sir, parehas lang naman eh. Actually, parang pangalan lang yung pinalitan, no? O parang gano'n. Pero, actually guys, halos di naman talaga sila nagkaiba, no? Maybe the middle letter that in between the L and D, no? But guys, the purpose of, they have two different purpose of function, yung LCD sa LED. Okay. So when we say LCD and LED, technically, they are both liquid crystal display. Para silang liquid crystal display. The basic of this technology is the same that the both two layers of polarized glass through which in liquid crystal in both black and past light. So, sino yung both black and sino si past light? Okay. Okay. Let's see what the acronym means. LCD stands for liquid crystal display. LED stands for light emitting diodes. Okay. As you can see on the picture, guys, LCD use the fluorescent light. Sabi, sir, yung fluorescent light yan yung bumbilya doon sa bahay, yung mahaba. Yes. The idea of the fluorescent light and this LCD fluorescent is the same idea. Kaso nga lang, mas maliit tong mga tube na ito. The first invention of this is it is made of glass, no? Pero hindi naging effective kasi madaling masira. And it turns to and change the idea into plastic tubes, no? Maliliit na plastic tubes. While the LED uses diodes. Ano yung diodes? Ito yung maliliit na bumbilya, no? Na makikita natin yan sa mga remote control, sa mga laruan natin, no? Even in our cell phone, we have LCD. No? Even all the gadgets that we have that emits light, no? Yung nagpapakita ng liwanag. We call them diodes. So yung diodes ng LED TV ay napakaliit. It is very small, like it represents 1 pixel of an image. No? So pag tinitigan niyo yung TV screen niyo, pag nakita niyo na mahaba siya, pahaba siya. Pahaba siya. So LCD 'yun. Pag nakita niyo naman na parang tuldok-tuldok siya, no? Parang grid ang itsura niya, siya ay LED. Okay. So, alin yung mas maganda doon sa dalawa, no? Yung LCD kasi, pag nasira yan or na-damage yung kanyang function, makikita nyo na may guhit siyang mahaba. Gumuguhit siya ng mahaba or halimbawa, parang laptop, no? Pag naipit yung laptop, magkakaroon siya ng isang guhit doon. Sa sa diodes naman, yung screen na gumagamit ng diodes naman, pag na-damage siya, may yung side, natuunan yung corner ng laptop mo or nabarug siya, magkakaroon doon ng parang may itim na dot, no? Yung dot doon, ibig sabihin doon tumama yung indentation ng screen. Magiging itim lang siya. So, ang ginamit ng screen na yon is an diodes or also known as the LED. So, yun ang pinagkaiba ng LCD sa LED. So, pag ang cellphone nyo ay nabagsak at nagkaroon ng guhit, LCD yon. At pag ang cellphone nyo nagkaroon ng damage at nagkaroon ng itim, no? Or parang basag na salamin or na kulay itim, no? So, LED yan. So, ganun lang i-determine yung dalawa. Hard disk drive. So, ang hard disk drive is also known as the HDD. Yan. Actually, it can be upgraded if you want to. For example, you have a 300 computer memory. You can change it to a higher one by changing it. No? Papalitan lang naman yan. Mas madaling palitan yung mga nasa desktop kaysa doon sa nasa laptop. Hard disk drive, it is also known as the hard drive, is a magnetic storage device that is installed inside the computer. The hard drive is used as the permanent storage of the data. We call this as the drive C of the computer, which is pag nag-download tayo, yung kanyang download folder ay nasa drive C. Okay. So, pag inopen natin ang isang software, doon siya automatically nagse-save or doon siya pumupunta. Or pag mga update, siya doon rin siya napunta sa drive C. Which is, pag binura natin yung nasa loob ng drive C, maapektuhan yung buong system ng computer mo, yung function ng mga software mo. ay madadamay. Kasi nasa tinatawag natin siyang permanent storage data. Okay, another one is the optical drive. The optical drive is also known as a CD drive or CD reader. It is a storage device that uses laser to read the data optical media. Ano yung laser? Sinasabi. Pag binuksan niyo yan, meron kayong makikita doon na laser lens. Kasi ang ginagawa niya, syempre, binabasa niya yung CD using this laser lens. That's why it's called optical drive. The word is optica. It means emitting light. Okay. So we have three types of CD. That is, the first one is the compact disc. Ito yung kulay silver. Digital versatile disc. Ito yung dito yung rainbow, yung iba-iba pag tinaman ng ilaw iba-iba yung kulay. Kasi ibig sabihin lang nun, mas malaki yung memory niya na pwedeng savean. And yung yung Blu-ray disc. Yung Blu-ray disc naman, kulay blue siya. Usually, ito naman ginagamit sa mga high-definition movie. Or pag bumili kayo ng original copy ng isang pelikula, under siya ng Blu-ray disc. Oh, okay, naalala ko talaga yung mga nagda-download ng movie sa torrent, no. May nakalagay kasi doon Blu-ray disc. Ibig sabihin is a pirate version of the movie in Blu-ray. So this is one example of what we call the Blu-ray disc. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, next is the mouse. Yan. The mouse is a very common peripheral of the computer, no? And today, we cannot live or we cannot use the computer without using a mouse. Parang nasanay na tayo na it is a part of the computer. Pero guys, dati when the mouse is not invented, no, talagang keyboard lang po ang ginagamit namin. If you want to browse the screen using a arrow, no, you're going to use the arrow key na nandoon sa keypad ng keyboard. Okay. Anyway, the mouse is a small handheld device used to control the cursor and crosshair on the screen. It can be used to select items by pointing to it and clicking button. Okay, this is another version of the mouse. It is a wireless mouse using either Bluetooth or yung tinatawag na infrared. Okay, this is the gamer mouse, which is much more higher defined. No? It uses laser lens to detect movement. Siyempre may mas mabilis ang niya, accuracy niya, no, kaysa doon sa normal mouse kasi used for games, no. Some mouse had additional features like numerical numbers or numerical numbers na nasa may left side ng mouse, no, for additional features. Digitalized tablet. Okay, so this is the digital tablet, no. So a student told me that as what he understand about AutoCAD is you can make a drawing of using the digitalized tablet or also known as the tablet. Actually guys, the reality, using also a digital tablet. No? Ginagamit ko rin ang digital tablet ko pero hindi ko siya ginagamit for AutoCAD. No? Maybe ginamit ko siya for AutoCAD for rendering lang, no, yung pagkukulay or yung finishing part of the draw ng aking design, no, or maybe the visual presentation na. Pero actually hindi ko siya ginagamit sa pagbuo ng design ko. Maybe you will see people or images using this tablet while working on AutoCAD. Maybe they use this for visual purpose lang, or para magmukha lang techie yung actor na nasa picture. Pero hindi siya. Baka kasi ang iniisip nyo, pwede nyo ipatong yung roller dyan tapos gamitin siya for tracing. No, that's not the idea of the digital tablet. It is a graphic drawing tablet used for sketching new image of the tracking old ones. Halimbawa, pwede nyo kasing gamitin siya for tracing, no? Ite-trace nyo yung drawing nyo into computer, and then you can use it, this digital tablet, to draw in freehand drawing. Kasi some of you may be good in freehand drawing. This one is a very good alternative. But the feeling of using a digital pencil is very different from using a real one. No? Maybe if you buy a later I'll show you the picture. So it is called a graphic tablet, where the user writes or draw on the surface of the device with a wire or wireless pen or puck. Okay, when the mistakenly called a mouse, the puck is officially a tablet cursor. Yeah. So if you're going to draw and using a digital tablet, no, yeah, you can use that. This is an Adobe Illustrator, so you can use it to draw. Photoshop na pala to, Photoshop. So you can see here, it uses a Huon tablet. So if you are if you like to draw animation, or making anime comics, no, the digital tablet is the best for you. Okay. And also this one is another kind of a tablet, which is yung screen mismo, doon kayo mismo nagdo-drawing. You can draw over the screen of this tablet. Okay. Yan, siguro naman familiar na kayo dito, no? These are the printer, and these are the 5 different type of printer. A printer is an output device that uses to print information processed by your computer. Printer and plotter varies in speed and output capabilities. So meron tayong dalawa dito, printer saka plotter, no? So later muna yung plotter, printer muna tayo. So printer, we have here the inkjet, which uses the cartridge. Laser printer, LCD printer. Why LCD? Because it has a scan feature. We have here the line printer. Pag nag-ano kayo dito, yung tag dito sa mga botohan niya, makakita kayo na line printer. Sa NASA and sa weather, meron kayo dito kasi yung pag-detect ng earth, ng movement ng mundo, o yung parang earthquake detector nila, gumagamit sila nito. Okay, and the thermal printer. Okay, so this device, we call this plotter. Okay, as you can see, no, yung mga poster na tarpaulin, yan. Ang ginagamit doon hindi printer, no. Ang tawag nila doon is plotter. Yan. Okay. So dati ang plotter machine, ginagamit siya for yung blueprint printing. Kasi yung mga design ng mga engineer architect. Tapos it print out into it's a big size paper, no. But today, the plotter is changed. It uses for commercial purpose na. So you can use it for like this, no, doing some tarpaulins. Or another one is like this, no, a cutting device. to cut this sticker. Ito yung makikita nyo doon sa mga nagne-negosyo ng mga motor, yung naglalagay ng sticker. Yan, plotter machine rin yung ginagamit nila. Yan. So, ito, nakikita nyo ng example. Yan. So, yun, yung swan, lumabas na yung swan ba yun? O what kind of bird is that? Okay. So, the plotter is an output device able to produce better quality drawing as compared to a printer. However, the speed of the plotter is generally slower than the printer. Kaya siya mas mabagal sa sa printer is because of the high quality of colors that can produce, not like the printer, no? Hindi siya kaganda yung quality. So, kasi ang purpose naman ng plotter is to have a large image, no? And for good presentation. Ang printer naman maliit lang. So, those are our hardwares or peripherals. Now, let's go to our next topic, that is the software. The software is the set of programs, procedures, and related documentation associated with computer system. A program is a code set of instruction that interprets the information given to the computer with a keyboard or a mouse and direct to the computer to carry a task. So we use the keyboard, mouse to give a command to our computer, to our software. No? Software can be categorized in two main groups. So we have two main groups of software. This is the operating system software and the application software. So this is the operating system. The idea of the operating system, siya yung pinaka-brain ng computer. Kung saan, gamit natin yung mouse natin and yung keyboard, we send our commands through this operating system. For example, you type your name. Your command will go to this operating system, compute your command, and present it an output in your computer monitor. And also a mouse, as I move my mouse, it signals or give a command that you move the cursor to the left when you move your mouse to the left. You give a information to move your cursor to the right if you move your mouse to the right. So that is the idea. Okay, so if you command your computer to save a file, the operating system will give the disk drive to save the file. Or you give the disk drive to open a file. So that's why the arrow here is a vice versa. It can be input and to output also. Application, for example, a game, no, yung mga nilalaro nyo dyan. Counter Force, like that. No? You give a command from your keyboard to do left turn. The operating system will calculate your command and give the application the command that you want. And the application will do the command that you are given to it and return it to the operating system and will be going to display on your monitor. So that's how the operating system goes. Ngayon, kung mahina si operating system, mababa yung kanyang memory, mabagal dumating yung command. Ganun po yun. No? Kaya kung mababa ang inyong operating system, for example na lang, yung application mo ay AutoCAD. You give a command to your operating system. The operating system is too slow to follow the resolution of your AutoCAD application. So, mangyari, pag dinisplay nyo yon dahil mabagal siya, yung ang lalabas sa screen yun is either naghahang, nagka-crash yung system kasi hindi kaya ni operating system ang bilis na kayang ibigay ng application. So, ganun po yan. And this printer, no, before I forgot, no, when you command the computer to a print out a file, no, so the operating system just give instruction to the printer uh, after calculating the file and give its final output. So this is the operating system. So operating system software provides various level of interaction called interference. It is a function between the computer and the user. For example, your keyboard, you give your command or your typing commands by means of your keyboard. So it has a interference between me and the computer using my computer. Another, yung katod ko, no, as a musician, no, meron ako mga music interference. For example, I use my mixer, no. I connect my mixer to my laptop or computer. If I record my instruments, no, for example, I play my keyboard, the music that comes out in my keyboard goes to the mixer. So there's the first interference. The second interference is the mixing of the sound by means of the mixer going to the computer and returning back, babalik naman yung na-calculate ng computer going back to the mixer and mixer going out to the speakers para marinig natin yung output. So that's how explains what is called interference, no? That is the use of the interference, as well as between the computer and the application software. An example of OS, or also that as operating system, are the Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, 8, 9, 10. No? So those are the operating system used by the computer to run different kind of application software. For example, no, geto na lang. Halimbawa, ang application software mo ay Windows 7. Pero ang dinownload mong application is Adobe 2000. CC pa yon, 2000 CC. So, pag-install mo doon sa computer, no, automatically magkakaroon ng alert yung computer mo. Sasabihin niya, the software is not applicable to your operating system. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Si AutoCAD, siya po ay under 64-bit, while your computer is a Windows 7 application, a Windows 7 operating system, cannot handle a very big kind of software like AutoCAD. So, ibig sabihin, kung ang gamit mong computer ay Windows 7, tapos 32-bit siya, hindi siya gagana sa computer mo. So, useless, no? Sayang yung application. So, that's how application is connected to a operating system. They must be compatible to each. So, what are application software can be used? Syempre, first is the AutoCAD. Why AutoCAD 2014? Why don't we use 2019 or 2020? It is because, guys, no, some of you may be using a Windows 7 model or OS ng computer. So, at least itong 2040 will run into your system. Kahit na alam natin na outdated na ang 2014, yun lang yung pwedeng mag-run sa mga computer natin. Ibig sabihin, DepEd is just um, thinking on out of the box, no? Uh, because we want to be on the trend, no? Kaso nga lang, yun yung the most practical way, no? Is to, baka kasi mas marami talaga yung gumagamit pa rin ng Windows 7, no? At least 2014 can run into this OS. Next one is the Microsoft Office. The Microsoft Office is it depends on the what kind of OS also, no. Katulad ng 2013. So meron tong meron tong Word, Excel, PowerPoint, etc., etc. And this one is Apache. This is a painting software, no. Uh, Application software are also called programs, no, has a specific use or task to perform, such as AutoCAD for architectural drawing and layouts, Lotus 123 for business and marketing. Adobe Photoshop naman ginagamit for image processing, video, audio, animation. So those are application, tama. Those are application software, o pwede rin natin tawagin, those are also known as programs na ina-apply, nilalagay natin. Pero nakadepende pa rin, tandaan nyo nakadepende pa rin sa OS ang functionality ng isang program. Pag hindi kaya ng OS ang program na nilalagay nyo sa kanya, hindi siya mag-work. Magka-crash lang siya, or either hindi siya mag-upload or magda-download sa. Okay, so we are in our end part of our lesson for today. Let's have a recap. What is a hardware? So the hardware is the physical body of the computer. For example, the TV monitor, the keyboard, the mouse. The peripherals are yung mga panagdag lang, yung like the printer, yung camera. So those are the peripheral hardwares. Softwares, we have two types of softwares, no. It is the OS, that is the operating system, and the application software, or also known as the programs. What are the different kinds of hardware that we discussed today? So this na-discuss natin yung about monitors, printer, mouse, keyboard, ano pa ba? Yung chassis, o yung CPU, yan. So those are hardwares. And yes, give some example of OS. So remember, there are many kind of OS out there, like the Windows XP, Windows 10, 8, 7, okay, and meron tayong Linux, Mac OS, or Mac OS, Mac OS. Some example of application software. No, syempre number one dyan yung AutoCAD, yun yung gagamitin natin. We have also Adobe. Adobe softwares has many function and have different it depends on what purpose you are what purpose you need this program. For example, if for pictures like Photoshop, video like Premiere, sound editing is like we can use Adobe Audition, no? So those are programs that you use. Okay, so good job everyone for reaching up to the end of my lesson. So I hope every one of you had learned something in this topic, no, about software and hardware. So now let us have a written activity. So guys, here is your task 2 of our lesson for today. It is under a Google form. So I will print this link at your, saan ko ba pwedeng ilagay? Sige, doon na lang sa Facebook, no? Sa Facebook GC natin, ilagay ko na lang doon itong link na to. So you can open it and answer. Remember that the quizzes is only for one trial. Ibig sabihin, pag nasagutan nyo na siya, you cannot edit it unless I give it at least yung tawag dito, I give permission to uh, to read of the restriction. Kasi may restriction yan, nilalagyan ko ng restriction na hanggang isang gamit lang. So, gano'n. So, if you start answering the multiple choice question, make it sure that you are ready, you prepared, you review before you answer, okay? Next is an activity. After the quiz, we have the activity. What you're going to do here, you just name what kind of hardware is here and tell what is the function. So I give you a soft copy of this at your Google Classroom. So this is the rubrics. I want you to verify. Attempt to identify the picture but it's not the right answer. Identify the picture but it's the wrong spelling. Clearly identify the picture in the right spelling. So that is in the name of the picture. And in the definition, attempt to give the function the hardware, but it's not the right answer. Can tell the function of the hardware clear terms. Some part of the answer are left as unexplained but not expanded idea. While in 3 points, I give you 3 points if you narrate the function of the hardware in clear terms to their readers, expanded their idea beyond simply answering the question. And this is the link source of your activity. So, I will give you the link and post it to your GC, no? Yung ODL GC natin. And it will get you or dadalhin ka nito doon sa Google Classroom natin. So, pag binuksan niyo yan, ito lalabas dyan. An asynchronous activity day 2, week 2. So, i-click nyo itong task day 1, yan, para lumabas yung another Google quiz. No? So, sasagutan nyo uli yun. And for your dito, meron kayo activity dito. When you click this, mag-o-open naman siya into a Google Documents where you can edit your answer and don't forget to type or click turn in. Ibig sabihin ng turn in, pinasa nyo na siya sa akin. Ayun, like this, turn in, yung word na turn in. Ibig sabihin niya, pinasa nyo na siya sa akin. So, pag naggawa kayo ng project or nag-edit kayo ng activity at hindi niyo siya nag-turn in, hindi siya magno-notify sa akin. Ibig sabihin, hindi ko malalaman na gumawa pala kayo. Kasi pag nag-turn in kayo, yung oras ng pagpasa nyo ay lalabas doon. O kaya, hindi nyo pwedeng sabihin sa akin, sir, nakagawa ako noong hindi nyo tinurn in. So, wala kayong evidence na nag-turn in kayo ng inyong assignment. For your asynchronous activity, I will get this. Yan. Copy this and paste it to your... This is for asynchronous for afternoon. Okay, this is also the quiz that you can see on your Google Classroom details. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. So I hope you learned a lot for this topic about software and hardware. And we will see each other on next week. No, sorry if I have to video our lesson for today because I needed to go to the school to entertain our parents. Your parents, because of the modular students. No, kukuha sila kasi ng kanilang mga module. And my presence is badly needed in that time. Okay, so Sorry, but I think hindi naman ako nagkulang kasi I do this effort to record my lesson for today for you to have this activity. Okay? Please watch, no? Please answer and pass or turn in your lesson, your answer to me. So, so for my notification to see if you are working on it or just playing around there, doing your thing. No? Okay, so guys, thank you for watching again. And it is masaya ako kung i-click nyo si subscribe and you like this video kasi panggatas ng anak ko yan. Okay, so thank you and God bless. See you again. Goodbye.